Hello, Mr. Code of One here, back with another video. Now it's been more than a little while since my last one, and to my tens of fans, I sincerely apologize. So this video features a place that if I didn't already know about it, would have been next to impossible for me to find. It's located at the top of a very steep hill, which a man of my stature really struggled to get to the top of. It's next to a still operating school, but very well hidden by all of the vegetation. For this video, we go back to school. But not just any old school. Today, we will be visiting a Korean school just outside of a busy Japanese city, Chosengakko, which are schools located in Japan at which Korean students can attend. These schools were sponsored by the North Korean government, and it said lessons would be taught in the same manner as they are in North Korea. Now, with this being a bit of a sensitive subject, and a subject matter that I'm not entirely familiar with, it's safe to say I won't go into much detail, but here's just a little bit of a brief history. These schools were set up by Koreans who came to Japan pre-World War II, and there are also Kankoku Gakkos in Japan, which teach lessons based on those taught in South Korea. Now, this isn't to say that all Koreans attend either of these schools, as the majority attend regular Japanese schools. As of 2013, there were 73 North Korean grade schools and 10 high schools. There's even a North Korean aligned university in Tokyo. Thus ends our little background into Korean schools in Japan, as I really don't want to talk in detail about a subject I know very little about. But I will end with this. In recent times, apparently most of the schools use their own curriculum, separate from those used in North Korea. So let's talk about this school, which I risked life and limb to get to. It was built sometime in the 1960s and used up until the late 90s, early 2000s, and has since fallen into its current dilapidated condition, surrounded by a bamboo forest and for some reason a bunch of abandoned cars sitting outside where the playground once was. The new school was built very close to where this one once proudly stood, leading to a very confused old man, i.e. me, walking up the hill, all giddy at the prospect of visiting such a unique spot, only to be confronted by the sight of teachers going through the motions of sending their kids off to the parents. Now, it's safe to say I was quite taken aback by this sudden development, and I had to reconfirm I was in the right place. I barely spotted the old building poking its head out above the trees, almost too embarrassed to be seen. So, after a quick glance around to make sure no one was watching, I was soon climbing up a wall and pushing myself between the trees, only to be met by a bunch of mosquitoes out on a bender, to which I was to be their beverage of choice. Now, I'll be honest, I was more interested in the cars than the schools at first, as I'm often drawn to things that shouldn't be, and there's something eerie to the stillness of everything, as if everything has been cut off from the world and largely forgotten about, only visited by people like me and possibly you. People who would rather be exploring discarded buildings than visiting more modern places. But sadly, finding and visiting abandoned places in Japan has become a whole lot more challenging. As the hobby of urban exploring has become a lot more popular, a lot of these places have started to be demolished, or, at the very least, being made a lot more difficult to enter. For example, my most popular video to date, my visit to the Inunaki Tunnel, that place has been fully blocked off. After the release of the movie of the same name, a lot of YouTubers visited the site for themselves. Thus, a lot of videos about the site appeared on YouTube, leading to the place being fully blocked off. So you can imagine how giddy I was when I discovered this hidden gem in my own city. Well, that's about it for me today. Thank you to each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. And I would be ever so grateful if you could hit the like and subscribe button. And hopefully it won't be too long before I'm back with another video. I have a host of unedited videos from some really cool places I have visited over the past year or two. And hopefully the next year will bring a lot more. This is Mr. Code of One. Thanks again.